Before I get into this video, I should mention that I'm still feeling a little bit sick, but I'm definitely feeling good enough to start making videos again. But you can still probably hear it in my voice. I'm not feeling fantastic, but that's okay. We got videos to make. We got Fighter Pack 3 to talk about because Fighter Pack 2 has finally been revealed, and we've seen so much gameplay, and there's only one more Fighter Pack to go, so let's talk about it. I also wanted to thank you guys so much for 9,000 subscribers at the time of me recording this video. We haven't actually quite hit that milestone, but I imagine by the time this video goes up, we would have either hit it, or we're going to be incredibly close, and this video is probably going to push us over that 9,000 mark, which is amazing because we are so close to 10,000, which is actually a milestone I never thought I would hit. So thank you guys so much for all the incredible support, even through this time right now when I'm incredibly sick and it's very difficult to make videos. You guys are still super supportive, and it puts a smile on my face every single day. So keep in mind that none of the community's opinion is going to affect this wish list. This is purely if I was deciding the game specifically for my needs. If I was designing the game for everybody else who plays the game, if I was designing it for the community, I would probably have characters like Beast Boy in here because obviously Beast Boy is a very popular character. Beast Boy is not on my list though. Starting things off with Vibe is my most requested character. I've talked about Vibe so much on my channel, and it's because I love Vibe, man. Vibe is such a cool character. I was originally introduced to him on the CW shows, and whilst I do think that character is particularly good on the CW shows, he's not exactly the Vibe character. So I wouldn't want the CW Vibe because he's kind of just Cisco Ramon. He's not really Vibe yet, and I don't think he ever will get to the point where he is truly Vibe. But the version of Vibe in the comics is a really badass character, and I want to see him in Injustice 2, but it is looking like I will not get that chance. He is hoping that in Injustice 3, Vibe is one of those characters who make it either onto the main roster or onto the DLC list. As far as combat goes, Vibe could have some amazing potential. For people who aren't familiar with Vibe's powers, they are pretty nuts. He actually has the potential of being one of the strongest people in the entirety of the DC universe, just based on the way his powers work. He can transfer to different universes, he can do so many cool things, and I think you can do an incredible moveset with him. And I mean, just look at him, he could have an amazing gear system as well. I've talked about this before, but imagine how awesome his super would be. Imagine if he, punched somebody into a portal or kicked somebody into a portal, and then he went through the portal as well. And kind of like the time travel super with the Flash. What if he threw somebody into a different universe, maybe even like the CW universe? You could even get super meta with it, and he came to like our universe where he punches somebody around in Star Labs with like a film crew in the background, and Grant Gustin and all the other people in the background are like reacting to like a real life superhero fight happening, and then by the end of the animation, they're back on the Injustice 2 stage. Obviously, that's probably never gonna happen, but imagine how cool it would be. The next character on my dream DLC wishlist is Constantine. We all know and love Constantine. Constantine is such an awesome character. Even before you get into the amazing potential moveset he could have as some type of summoning character, summoning in demons and casting spells and doing all this crazy stuff, even before you get into all of that, the amazing combat potential he has, he is already an incredibly appealing character just because of how snarky he is, the attitude he has, and the overall demeanor he carries. This guy looks like he is afraid of nothing, and because of his involvement in the Injustice comics, he could have some amazing interactions with characters like Batman and the other surrounding, not regime members, but insurgency members, and even some of the regime members, because he has to be pretty upset with Superman based on the events of the comics. So again, here's hoping for Constantine and his appearance in Fighter Pack 3. I feel like before I mention the third and final character, I should also mention that this character is a character that I do not think has a chance. This character isn't coming anywhere near Injustice 2, probably isn't even coming anywhere near Injustice 3 or Injustice 4, and that is Batwoman. Batwoman is an awesome character. If you haven't got the chance to read the Injustice comics, it's a really good example of the Batwoman character. She's true and true, loyal to Batman and his efforts to stop the regime. And again, if you haven't read those Injustice comics, it's an absolute must read, especially if you're interested in the Bat family. They have some amazing interactions, and Batwoman would be an amazing inclusion into Injustice 2, especially for me personally, somebody who does main Batman, getting a chance to play another member of the Bat family. And a character like this is somebody who I do think probably justifies another look at the no gender swap policy that NRS seems to have with Premier skins, because I do think you could create a model that works with the Batman model currently in the game without affecting hitboxes and having Batwoman work just fine, especially as a Premier skin who doesn't need thousands of customization options with the gear system and just one body. You could create a rather mechanical look, increasing the amount of bulk that she could have, allowing to work with the male hitbox. As a massive Batwoman fan, I certainly hope this is something that's reintroduced in the future, or at least re-looked at, but even if it's not, I would love to see her get some respect. Even if it's literally just a calling card in the game that I can equip, I would be happy. I want to show some level of Batwoman respect because she is an amazing character and certainly someone who I'm looking forward to getting some involvement with either the DCEU or even in the TV series, or heck, even with Young Justice coming around pretty soon. I want more of the Batwoman character, and that's true for even Injustice 2.